My name's Gregory León. I'm the executive chef and co-owner of Amilinda, a small Spanish and Portuguese restaurant on Wisconsin Avenue in downtown Milwaukee.
Well, thank you for your time. I know this is a busy moment for you. Let's talk about before all the big changes. Did you have time to prepare for the shutdown of your in-restaurant service, or did it all happen suddenly?
Well, Ori León, my husband and business partner, we had been watching the news and seeing what was happening in California, and we knew that this was coming to Wisconsin and to Milwaukee. So we had already started thinking about how we would implement changes if they came across. We actually had decided, I believe it was Monday, we put out a note on social media saying that we were going to move the carryout before we were asked to by the state or by the city officials. We have a very small menu that changes quite often. So we already have that kind of flexibility. We didn't have a lot of stuff kind of stockpiled in the restaurant, so we weren't worried about having to move too much product, although we still had some stuff that we wanted to be able to sell. We already had to-go containers and labels and stuff like that. So I think we were pretty well set up for the change. Physically, I think psychologically, it's been a little bit harder for all of us to go from having a restaurant that's full of people and you're hearing the laughter and seeing the smiling faces and you're hearing all the noises that come with a busy restaurant to now basically cooking in a restaurant that's empty with the exception of myself, Ori, and our two kitchen helpers who we've been able to keep on still.
How has your workday changed in this period?
Well, I'm coming into work a little bit later than I normally would, so I guess that's a plus. I get to spend some more time at home with Ori and the dogs, and my father and his fiance are currently with us. They're visiting from Venezuela and can't leave. So I get to spend some more time with them. We're getting out a little bit earlier than we normally would because we stopped serving at 8. But I personally feel, at least right now, it's still quite chaotic, probably a little bit more than it normally was when we're here. We're running around. We've got extra items on the menu, and we're doing things that we wouldn't normally cook. So I feel like it's still a little bit more chaotic while we're here, just trying to find that flow and that rhythm that we're used to.
Do you have a chance to go out to the curbside and say hello to the customers?
I don't. Ori does. And we have a few people that will come in and just stand by the door. Those are normally the regulars. It's very hard for me to actually see them or even interact with them. It just makes me very sad. And I think I was very surprised by how hard that hit me. On Saturday, we had a customer who comes in probably every other week. And she came in to get her to-go order, and it was really, really tough. What we're hearing from them is they're all very grateful that we're still open, that we're being able to provide a sense of normalcy to some extent because they're still able to get food from one of their favorite restaurants. We're very grateful for the business. I would say our business is probably down we're doing like 30 or 40% of what we would normally do in a week. So we have taken a hit, but we're very grateful for everybody who is still ordering from us and supporting us. So I wanted to thank Milwaukee for that.
How has this impacted you personally?
I thought that I was pretty cool and collected, and I think it was Monday. I just kind of had a little bit of a breakdown. It's a lot of stress. I'm constantly thinking about the people that we had to furlough and just wanting to make sure that they're okay, both financially and mentally. They must be extremely stressed and worried about what their future is like. I'm constantly thinking about how long this is sustainable for us as a business model to do takeout only. You think about all the people that have invested in the restaurant and you want to be able to follow through with your commitments to them too. As I said, my father's here right now with his fiance from Venezuela. And that there's that whole level of stress with that. He's 78. It's like, don't leave the house. What happens if one of us who are going to work gets it and then we bring it home? So there's a lot of layers to this. But I'm very grateful. I have a great kitchen team. We've been able to keep the majority of them and they're amazing, amazing people. And we couldn't do this without their hard work, and that they're willing to leave their home and come to work and do this really speaks volumes to the kind of people that they are. My partner's also super supportive. So I'm lucky that this is as bad as it is for somebody like me. I know there's a lot of people out there who have it a lot worse. So I'm grateful for the good things we still have right now.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I would love to revisit with you in a couple of weeks and see how things continue.
Thank you very much. Thank you for reaching out, and we'll speak to you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you. Take care.
You too.